Hey everyone, it's Pat the Dentist, and I decided to make this video over here because I know a lot of you guys have a huge interest in growing your social media following, your Instagram following for dental related purposes or anything in general. So I wanted to share 3 quick tips that you guys can immediately start doing just to kind of grow your following. But before I do that, I actually wanted to go ahead and share something really cool that happened to me past week. And basically, this kind of shows how having a larger Instagram following can potentially help you out in the future. So go ahead and take a look at this really quickly before you jump into those 3 quick tips. So you guys already know the reason why we want to have a big social media following when it comes to the dental field. But just to kind of quickly recap, the larger the following you have, the better it is because you have a wider audience that you can potentially bring in as patients in the future. And so it was pretty cool because I was contacted by this account because they saw one of my posts and they basically wanted to strike a deal. And as you can see over here, that they kind of wanted to get some dental care done, and the deal along those lines was something free or some trade of services where they would essentially end up promoting my account if I were to do dental care for them. And this is something that's highly valuable because, as you see, this account had 3.2 million followers. So if they were to post my work that I had done for them, it would just reach massive amounts of people that would potentially become my patients. And so I have people like this contacting me all the time just to get dental care done. Unfortunately, I'm a dental student, but I will capitalize on something like this when I am a dentist. And something like this, like I said, is highly valuable because you being able to promote your work across a wide array of different locations because of your large following is only going to serve to benefit you. And this happens to me all the time where people contact me, and it's really cool when you get people that contact you that have a huge following like this, because you can do some sort of promotion for each other at the end of the day that will only increase your following at the end of the day as well. So unfortunately, I had to pass this along to a good friend of mine who works down in the LA area, but it only serves to help us at the end of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys kind of had an understanding as to how something like this can kind of help out. So, first tip is to know your audience and also your style. So it's really important to know your audience in terms of who are you targeting. Are you going to be targeting other dentists? Are you going to be targeting potential patients for the future? Are you going to be targeting just everyday folk who might be stumbling upon your Instagram account? So that's very important because that's going to dictate the type of style of the content that you're going to be posting on your account, and also the hashtags that you're going to be utilizing. So with that is style. What type of style are you going to be employing when you're going to be posting? So what I mean by that is, are you going to be an original content creator, or are you going to be somebody who's a curator? And a curator is somebody who kind of finds cool stuff and just recycles it, reposts it on their account. So I'll kind of briefly say for myself, I'm a mixture of both, and that's perfectly normal as well. And reason being is because I do create some original content, but I'm not yet at that point in my career where I see enough patients where I can be consistently creating content in terms of, hey, look at this before and after picture, or where I'm so knowledgeable about a certain topic in dentistry that I can consistently create videos on something like that. So eventually I'm going to be transitioning more into something like that. But I'm not yet at that point in my career where I can rely totally 100% on that like other dentists that are currently practicing, because I'm a dental student. So that's why I also find a lot of cool posts and repost that as well. So both of those are very, having a mixture of those actually I believe is a very good way of growing your following. So yeah, keep that in mind, and it's very important to kind of see who you are in terms of the type of posts that you're doing, like I said, the style, and the audience. Number 2, very, very important, is to interact with your followers. People who like your comments, like your posts, comment on your posts. It's very important to engage with them because People like to have an understanding that their stuff is being seen. If you like it, if you comment on somebody's stuff, if somebody takes the time to do that, showing a little feedback is something that's only going to help you out because your followers like that. So keep that in mind. And third, and something that's probably the most important thing, is to utilize the right hashtags. So what I mean by this is whatever field you want to be focusing on. So for me, it's dentistry. Utilize the most popular hashtags in that field. So for dentistry, it would be hashtag dentistry, hashtag dental, hashtag dentista, hashtag dental student, anything like that. You don't want to be using hashtags that have over a million posts or something like that, because your stuff is going to get filtered down to the bottom very quickly. So I like to keep it in between, something along the lines of 250,000, even less than that. I'd say 100,000 to 750,000. Occasionally putting something that has a little bit more posts, like dentistry or something like that, or dentist. It's important to utilize the right hashtags. I recommend doing anywhere between 25 to 30 of those, because it's going to increase the audience that's going to potentially see the post that you put up. But at the same time, you want to go ahead and you want to post it in the first comment, because it keeps it a little bit cleaner and not as messy if you have like 25, 30 hashtags or something like that with the caption that you put. So keep in mind, hashtags, it's super, super important. And another thing with that is to be consistent. And why I say this is because it takes a lot of time to grow your following. Like, it doesn't matter how cool you think your photos are or whatever it is that you post. It takes time to eventually accumulate followers, accumulate a lot more likes on all the posts that you do. So create a game plan. Execute that game plan with the tips that I mentioned, and you'll see over the course of time, it's going to happen. And think about it like this. Anything that you do in life that is worth doing, it's not instant. So if you want to become a weightlifter, or if you want to get in the best shape of your life, just because all of a sudden you start doing it, it's not going to happen in a week. It's going to take time. Or if you want to learn a new skill, it's not going to happen in one day. It's going to take time. And utilizing and growing your social media following is the exact same thing. There's no magic, nothing like that when it comes to building your following. It's going to take time, but you have to be consistent. You have to create your game plan and you have to execute it. But also at the same time, you have to be coherent enough to understand when something's not working and it comes time to tweak it. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed these 3 quick tips. And if you guys have any questions, make sure to hit me up on Instagram or on my Facebook account, or shoot me an email. And best of luck, guys.